What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and I was originally going to make a video about this pet actually yesterday, but whenever I did my pulls, I actually got super lucky and got the pet actually in one pull. In fact, I got this pet twice in the very first pull, which was pretty amazing, guys. I mean, whenever you do, 20 pulls, which is 5,000 black cards in total, you're going to get this pet guaranteed, and it does make a big difference. Now, the thing that I was curious about as far as this pet is concerned is this thing is actually for Rosetta, right? Who's a 100% physical character. Well, will it work on another physical character like A2? On my JP account, I don't have Rosetta, but I do have A2. And I found out, yes, it actually does. And it actually does make a pretty big difference having a pet on your character, which is pretty awesome, guys. And that's something I'm going to show you today. Now, I got super lucky when I pulled for Rosetta, or for Rosetta's pet, because I actually got this thing twice in the first pull, which is awesome. I'm so happy that I was able to get this thing twice. So lucky. And actually what that's enabled me to do is actually set up two different pets for two different characters, right? Now, you could take the pet and you could actually level up your other pet if you wanted to. But the thing that's cool about this thing is that whenever it's at S rank, you actually have the option to choose between these things right here. Now, I actually found out that this is actually better for A2 than the other one here. And also, you'll find that whenever you click on these two here, you actually have the options to choose between two extra bonus stats. Now, these two here actually give a bonus to any character that you have the pet equipped to, whereas this one here and this one here is really only for Rosetta. So having these equipped really doesn't help. But it's pretty cool that you actually can choose between certain effects that you want for your character. We're just getting extra damage whenever we bring in our pet. Whenever we use our pet, we're just getting extra damage for A2, which is actually pretty awesome, guys. And you level these things up the same way that you normally would level up any kind of memories. And level 30 is max. You can see like it's fully overclocked. And to make it to pet, over S rank, you just got to pull more copies of it, right? Now, I actually do have another copy of the pet. It's actually equipped on 9S, but if I did equip it, it would give me 30 actual shards. So you actually need 3 pets in order to go to double S. And whenever the pet is double S, you actually gain extra stats. Now, you also will level up the pet by using these materials and getting these extra bonus stats, which is actually pretty damn cool, guys. Now, they do show some emblems of ice and lightning and dark, and I think you can adjust things for different characters. Maybe, I'm not really sure. It's not something I've really dove into just yet. And then as you unlock things, you can unlock the story mode for the pet here, and whenever you go to double S, you'll unlock this little story mode, I believe, for it at double S. It's actually pretty cool, the pet is, and whenever you do get this pet, you will have to map the controller for it. Now, I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. So if we go into train here, click on that, jump in there. I'll show you how this thing works. It's actually pretty cool. And they actually show the pet. You guys can see how you have a pet equipped on 9S as well. And I believe the pet only works when you're using the character as your damage dealer. You're actually playing with the character. But the pet, you can actually start proccing the pet whenever you start using your orb. So if you guys look down here, right in this area right here, this is your pet icon. There's your pet right there. And what happens is every time you use an orb, 1 bar is going to fill up. So we'll use just 1 blue orb here. And you can see we got 1 bar there, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once you use 7 orbs, then you can actually use your pet, and you really want to use your pet because it's going to allow you to do a lot more damage. The pet also causes your opponent, it slows down their movement speed. They just kind of go on, they just barely move, which is actually really awesome for doing damage and for keeping them from doing damage to you. So we'll do 3 blue orbs right now, and you can see those 3 blue orbs just light up right there. We need to do 2 more orbs. We'll hit those 2 reds, and booyah. So right now you see this 1 right here. This means you can use the pet 1 time. And if we keep attacking, right? If we keep attacking, well, we don't want to dodge. If we keep attacking and we keep using orbs, right? We're going to fill up the meter again for the pet. And you'll actually notice that it'll just keep racking up to where you can actually use it again. Now you see a 2. So now we can actually use the pet twice in a row if we really want to, which is pretty cool. And, so this here's an extra area icon on the screen. So I actually had to map this thing to my controller in order to use it. But all you got to do is, hit that baby, And there you see the pet. And look at him. Look at him. Did you see how he was really sitting there kind of slow in midair? Very, very cool. And it does damage to him, as you guys can see, which is really awesome. Very, very cool. And evidently, if you can time the pet correctly, you can actually use the pet for parrying. Now, this is something that I haven't really got to practice a lot. It takes some really good timing in order to parry with the pet, at least as far as I know, right? It's not something that I've, mastered at all. I haven't had this thing very long, haven't got to practice with it very long, but I'm going to show you guys a couple live runs with the pet and without the pet to show you the difference, guys. So first thing we'll do is we'll just unequip the pet here, right? We don't have the pet equipped, and I'm going to show you guys a Warzone run to see how much damage she can actually do right now without the pet. Right, and by the way, you can see that score there, 315,000. That's what I got with the pet, okay? This is going to be without the pet. Now, as always, guys, when it comes to these runs, it really depends on your orbs, your orb management, how well you play, how well you dodge. I mean, there's a lot of, RNG also as far as your orbs that you're getting, but you'll get the drift. I mean, as far as, how much the pet actually helps. All right, time to go in psycho mode here. All right, and smackaroo. Get it done, get it done. Keep them blue orbs up. A2, something about her that's really awesome is that her blue orbs are just nutty, right? Because they just draw all the opponents in together, which is pretty cool. There we go. Nice. Dodge that attack. And as long as we keep doing, 3 pings, our meter will stay up. And really with A2, you want that meter to stay up the whole time. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay. Doing good, doing good. Whoop. And you guys can see where we're at as far as against Nozzle here. I almost said Rosetta there. This actually was a pretty decent run against Warzone, and you'll see the score that we get here. So we were able to get 304,000. Now that's actually a really good score considering I wasn't using the pet, and you guys can see the score that I did get with the pet. So I'll try to equip the pet and see what happens, but I mean, it really does depend on your runs. So we'll slap that baby back on her. There we go. And I'm almost tempted to try to take that thing to double S, because if you do take it to double S, you will start gaining extra stats, right? It's going to make it more powerful. And then you'd actually see an even bigger difference. All right. And now I'm not really used to playing with the pet yet, because you got to remember always to bring that damn thing in. But we'll do our best, and we'll see if we can do well here. I mean, that was a pretty good run I just had. That wasn't bad at all. All right, here we go. Okay, and here's something that's nice about that pet is that you're noticing that the bosses are kind of sitting there. Oh, come on now, come on now. They're just kind of sitting there and they can't do anything, right? They're just sitting up in the air and they're stationary, and it's allowing you to do a lot more damage. There we go, there we go, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And I'm just kind of focusing here, guys. And you guys can see that we just took down Nozzle completely, right? It makes a difference having this pet. It allows you to do more damage. It causes the opponents to go in air. And we just broke our record, guys. And I did this live, right? This is live. I didn't edit anything out. We made it to the 9th wave instead of the 8th wave because we actually defeated Nozzle. That's the difference this thing makes. I mean, it's a pretty substantial difference. And if the pet was leveled up even more, it would make more of a difference for A2 or whatever character you had it equipped to, which is pretty awesome, man. So, I mean, considering that you don't have to spend an insane amount of black cards to get a pet, it's actually pretty amazing and definitely something that all of us can look forward to on Global. So let me know what you guys think about having a pet. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, y'all. Take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.